Okay, due to some technical error, we are going to start the meeting once again from beginning. I would like to call Mr. Rajesh Kumar to address the meeting.
Welcome to you all in this in-house training program of Bhagalpur Sahodaya. As you know, Bhagalpur Sahodaya is conducting training program for schools which are participating in it, and this training program is being conducted as an aim. As you know, CBSE had decided 50 hours training program. 25 hours are online training program and 25 hours in-house training program. So in-house training program conducted by Bhagalpur Sahodaya is here, and the school which are participating today in this very training programs are Anand Ram Dhandania Saraswati Vidya Mandir Bhagalpur, Arya Mission Global School Bhagalpur, Happy Valley School Bhagalpur, Bal Bharti Vidyalaya Nogachia, New Horizon School Bhagalpur, Ramkrishna Vidya Mandir High School Rannuchak, Diksha International School Bhagalpur, Techno Mission International School Bhagalpur, Anand Public School Shabaud Bhagalpur, Guru Kripa Academy Kahalgaon, Columbus English Academy Shahkund, Navyug Vidyalaya Bhagalpur, St. Paul's Academy Daryapur Bhagalpur, Open Minds Bhagalpur School Bhagalpur, Swami Vivekanand Public School Bhagalpur, New Era Public School Munger, Gothals Public School Pirpaiti, and Himalayan Academy Kahalgaon. It means there are 18 schools which are participating in this very program. And as you know, today the topic for discussion is stress management technique. And this training program will be conducted by a learned teacher of Anand Ram Dhandania Saraswati Vidya Mandir, and he is Shailendra Kumar Tiwari. So without being late, I invite Mr. Shailendra Kumar Tiwari with his topic stress management techniques.
Dear friends, respected and reverend teachers of all the concerned school of Sahodaya, it's a very warm good evening to everyone. I, Shailendra Kumar Tiwari, today presenting a short detail, just you can say in a better sense, stress management techniques. The topic is quite familiar to us. Since beginning, stress has been an inseparable phenomena of everyone's life. So far the academic activities are concerned, we the teachers cannot deliver our best in the stressful position. So first of all, I'm here to say something about stress. Stress is an automatic physical, mental, and emotional responses. That has to be persist in everyone's life. But the main thing is that how efficiently we discharge, how tactfully we just blow away the stress from our life. Because it has two aspects. Dear friends, actually, we just assume an idea regarding the stress that it is always negative. But it is quite amazing that without stress, without having extra burden, we cannot make our life wiser, healthier, and prosperous. So stress is not always have a very negative meaning. If we just carry it very successfully, it may bring change in our action and our life. But in long term, if it persists forever, if it linger long, it can harm, it can just lessen our quality of life at the same time. So we should try to remove it by different skills. Few skills are being displayed on the board now. We can just go through one by one. The first one is, it is an age of pollution, we know. We all are combating with the rising situation every day. Noise pollutions, water pollution, air pollution. We can say that pollution has become the inseparable part of our life. I will not go into the detail because it does not just be, it will be not relevant for today's topic, but we are combating. The state of our city is well known to us. So mental state, I am talking this, I am putting it as a burning example because state of mind is directly related with the state of body. And all depends on the environment we create overall. For example, if we are supposed to have a puja, a worship, we need automatically the need of, we let the, सबसे पहले हम दीप प्रज्वलन करते हैं, उससे पहले साफ सफाई करते हैं, और उसके बाद जब एक उपयुक्त वातावरण पूजा का तैयार हो जाता है, then we become ready to just offer our final worship. So everything needs an environment. The locality, the surrounding in which we are residing, if it is soundless, if it has no pollution, the pollution-free environment we are availing, of course, our living style, our thinking style, our creativity will grow up. It will have a sustainable development in our character, in our life. So bringing sustainability, not a very temporary growth, a permanent growth in our lifestyle, in our earning, in our thinking. So it is directly related with the surrounding in which we are living. So noise reduction is very necessary. And accordingly, related to it, a friendly social network. If there is a frequent movement from one door to the other, if there is very congenial atmosphere with our neighborhood, of course, there will be a very cordial situation all around. Nowadays, we always talk about the absence of the Sanjukta Parivar. Now, our sociologists are thinking upon it. The age began to believe in the very short family members. In the long run, it is going to produce a big problem. People are in the family, within the family being isolated. If a family comprises 5 members, 4 members, limited members, they cannot share their pain, happiness, pleasure, grief with each other. What will be the outcome? We have already suffered the very ugly phase of Corona. We just kept ourselves bolted inside the door. Nobody was coming out. And it has become a different problem, social problem, mental problem. So a very friendly social network is necessary for each and every individual. The self-limitations. We should imagine, a person must imagine something. Without imagination, life will be barren. But what does it mean? It must not overlap. Self-limitation. What we are dreaming, whatever imaging, it must be within the limitation. Santosham paramam sukham. In our Vedas, in our Sanatan Parampara, it has been said. So we must stick to it. We should have a very high imagination, but at the same time, we should be ready for any major debacle in our life. Life cannot drag out according to our own will, according to our own liking. Now the third one is, if the situation has arisen, nowadays, meditation. It is all about, we have just celebrated Yoga Divas. Now our Indian culture is showing part to the world. Meditation, yoga, and related issues are just going through. At the same time, sound sleep is also very necessary. So healthy diet is also necessary. Light exercises in everyday's life are necessary. So these phenomena will bring an happiness, and we will have some relaxation in our daily routine also. ये सारी बातें, ये सारे सुझाव, ये सारे स्किल सिर्फ इन बातों की तरफ इशारा नहीं करते कि अगर स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन आ ही गया तो उसको किस तरह स्किलफुली हैंडल आउट करेंगे, बल्कि वो स्थिति आ ही नहीं पाए, वी कैन अवॉइड द सिचुएशन, इसके लिए भी हमें पूर्व में तैयारी कुछ करनी होगी। इसलिए सराउंडिंग की बातें आई, बहुत सारे मेंटल स्टेट ऐसे हैं, बहुत सारे थिंकिंग लेवल ऐसे हैं, जैसे अभी मैंने कहा, if we just enhance the personal relationship with each other, if the old frame of society exists again, transaction, mutual transaction of knowledge, transaction of custom, transaction of tradition will take place automatically. Anyway, dear friends, now I am going to summarize the effect of stress on students and ways to overcome it is described in this presentation. Okay, let us go now. Two types of effects are there. The first one is physical. Nothing needs to clarify more here. Am I right? I think that all the spectators and listeners will be ready to listen to me. They will agree. The physical effects produced by the persisting stress in our life can make us paralyzed in multiple senses. But the more grave situation arises when there is a psychological impact begin to prevail in our life. So the first one is physical and the second one is psychological. The first physical stress, it comprises all those things which are seen here. It can produce low energy level. We can feel tiresome after a short span of work time. But it can be avoided, as I told you. Now, we have not only to observe the points here only. We need to relate it with the skill which were given in the previous frame just now. The long energy level can be boosted up by those skills which have been suggested just prior to commencement of this slide. It can produce headaches, migraine. Nowadays, we can listen to these problems that I am suffering from migraine. So migraine is a gift of today's lifestyle. No energy level is an impact of today's lifestyle. We can prevent it. We can prevent it by adopting the ways that has been suggested earlier, as I am repeating it, because the class must not be a routine class. If someone of us find ourselves in the awkward situation in our daily life, we can have the remedy at the same time by going through these classes. So there is a practical importance of these classes also. The third physical stress may result in stomach nausea, insomnia, the chest pain, all the related issues are there. They are the continuous physical problems caused by the persistent stress in our daily life. So we should be aware of that. We should not only stick to these problems. If someone of us, I'm repeating it, if someone of us are suffering from these sort of symptoms, we should have the suggested skill. We should apply them in our life, and accordingly, we can get a very fruitful remedy. Last one is the frequent colds or other illness. You know, I'm sharing my thoughts with you that as our body, by any reason, gets weaker, certain sorts of other diseases which seem to be scarce, which had no possibility in our way, but they begin to inherit, they begin to attack our daily behavior. So, frequent cold, समय समय पर बॉडी एक होना, समय समय पर जुकाम का शिकार होना, समय समय पर कमजोरी का एहसास करना, all these symptoms are correlated issues. Now the shaking or sweating hands, sometimes we get ourselves astonished when we have a very tiresome schedule in our life, we begin to suffer. What sort of suffering? Our hands are unnaturally begin to sweat. Sweating may be a symptom of many other diseases, but it is one of the symptoms of the stress. So stress is not harmful in its own, but it has so many side effects. Whatever the physical problems we are witnessing here, we are observing here, is not directly related with the stress, prevailing stress in our body, in a human body, but they are producing a frequent related result at the same time. Stress अपने आप में तो एक बीमारी है ही, यह अपने साथ उन बीमारियों को भी कैरी करता है जिसका कोई लक्षण प्रायः हम अपने विगत की जिंदगियों में नहीं पाते रहे हैं. Now we are coming onto the psychological problem. We are well aware of that. We had multiple feeling regarding this. We had multiple talk regarding this. Nothing is spectacular in it, which I am going to produce here. Respected friends, depression, anxiety, problems with cognitive functioning, being unable to concentrate or learn as well you normally would. These are the big problems, bigger problems, grave problems produced by the continuous, persistent stress over our mind and our body. Changes in behavior. This is very spectacular. I would like to draw your attention here. Nowadays, we know that certain problems producing stress, but the major issue, even the doctors, if the medical report says that nowadays the problem in our daily life is caused by the continuous economic problems, particularly for the lower middle class of our society. And sometimes if a person is suffering from acute stress problem, we can find behavioral change, irritation in his action. He becomes ill-tempered. He cannot talk easily, trembling in his voice, trembling in his body parts. These are the common problems. Actually, sometimes we suffer, sometimes we witness in ourselves, but we ignore them. Dear friends, if such sort of problems being observed by us in our daily life, we should be aware. We should be cautious enough that these symptoms are not seen previously, but now it has been seen by me. So we should be careful to ourselves. Behavioral change. Angry. Becoming angry on a very trifles. छोटी बातों पर घबरा जाना, irritation होना, rebuking words निकालना. All these are called the behavioral change, और साइकोलॉजी की भाषा में इसे बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम माना जाता है. So we should be careful regarding all these. If we become hostile to someone else, we were very congenial in our action, in our behavior. We were loving our fellows. We had a very lovesome relation with others. Now, from last few days, if you are irritating, if you are just scolding, we should be careful. We should notice all these changes in our action. पहले तो हम ऐसे थे नहीं, अब कैसे होते जा रहे हैं? तो कभी-कभी अपने आप से भी क्वेश्चन पूछना. Selling ourselves to ourselves. अपने आप को खुद को बेचना. साइकोलॉजी की भाषा में इसे बोलते हैं सेलिंग oneself to oneself. इसके तरफ हमें ध्यान देना चाहिए. Now, frustration, continuous persisting frustration. So all these symptoms are there and they are called the psychological change. Now, we are concentrating ourselves towards some issues related to the students. Students need to understand what stress is and how to cope with it. I am putting this slide after narrating all these previous slides just because we are all quite familiar to this very stressful situation and stressful circumstances. Once again, we have become awakened. Now we can just deliver it. The profession in which we are working to make it much more fruitful. Making them aware of how to recognize the stress in themselves and in others will help them handle the situation much better. या उन्हें बताना कि आप कर सकते हो. अगर ये प्रॉब्लम आया है तो ये भी जाएगा. आप कैपेबल हो. क्षमता का एहसास करना. और ये इसके लिए हम कई चीजों का सहारा ले सकते हैं. We all are the scholar fellows here. I am not the absolute which can make you known about all the facts. we are all the learned people. It's a learned gathering. In better way, I will say. I'm only just making your attention. I'm dragging your attention that we should apply them. Every student needs an adult that they can trust and rely on, because they are the teeny tots. They are the novice fellows. They are immature. So our presence there is needed. We should be there. We should be ready to cope up with the rising problem with those people. Sometimes we are in 6th class, sometimes we are in very matured class, sometimes we are in adolescent class. So different sort of changes and medicines are needed there. Medicines means behavioral medicine. We can console them, we can enhance them, we can boost them up. We can just make them relaxed by our behavioral slowdown, by our own reflection. So developing a positive student-teacher relationship is critical for reducing stress. It is critical, but not impossible. It is important, but that cannot be scarce. We can make it a daily phenomenon. Now teach time management. हम बच्चों को यह भी सिखाएं कि अगर होमवर्क तुमने नहीं बना पाया तो क्यों नहीं बना पाया, आप हम होमवर्क बनाओ. अगर होमवर्क उसने एडिक्वेट बना लिया, then it's okay. We will have clap together. But if they failed, there is a big capacity in the class, or all are not the same. All are them possessing the different characters. But what does it mean? We should not say something, such words that is never encouraging. We should say that no problem. It is a problem related with your daily routine. You are spending your days at home, so make it fruitful. आपका होमवर्क, आपका गृह कार्य इसलिए नहीं बना कि आपने अपना टाइम मैनेजमेंट ठीक से किया नहीं, तो आप इसके लिए एडिक्वेट टाइम मैनेजमेंट करो, प्रॉपर टाइम मैनेजमेंट करो, and then you can relieve yourself from anxiety and from any sort of worry in your life. It will be beneficial in the coming days. Now you are the younger, but sometimes you will be the adult. Such sort of problem will come into your way. Be aware of the situation. But these are the encouraging words we can just say. The third one is the importance of acknowledging students' effort. अभी मैंने कहा हम लोगों ने बातें की, उसके छोटे छोटे अच्छी बातों पर उन्हें शाबाशी भी देगा. इससे उन्हें स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन फेस नहीं करना पड़ेगा. खास करके वैसे बच्चों के विषय में सोचिए जो पिछले 1 महीने से आपकी कोई बात नहीं मान, पिछले 1 महीने से आपका टास्क भी वो नहीं बना रहा है, वो रेस्पॉन्सिव नहीं है. इज नॉट रेस्पॉन्सिव इन द क्लास. ही इज नॉट रेडी टू आंसर. ही इज नॉट रेडी टू रेस्पॉन्ड.
एक चीज बताइए सर.
यस सर.
मैं इंटरप्ट करना चाहता हूँ.
यस सर.
कि कुछ टीचर्स को देख के बच्चे जो है ना बहुत स्ट्रेस में आ जाते हैं. ऐसा क्यों होता है? देखते ही स्ट्रेस में आ जाते हैं.
The question is not so difficult, Prashant sir, because a teacher must not have a character. He must not own a character. He must not display his character in the class that can produce havoc for them.
So what should the teacher do?
They should be sweet in their behavior. Yes.
Okay.
They should just spread fragrance whenever their presence is felt in the class.
लेकिन कभी-कभी ऐसा होता है ना सर कि कुछ लोग अगर स्वीट बनते हैं ना तो उस पॉपकॉर्न की तरह बच्चे लोग खा जाते हैं.
हाँ.
ठीक है, तो ज्यादा स्वीट बनना भी तो ठीक नहीं होता है ना.
इसीलिए तो एक बहुत ही मशहूर शेर है गुलजार साहब का. उन्होंने कहा है, ए खुदा एक आईना ऐसा भी बना दे, ए खुदा एक आईना ऐसा भी बना दे जो चेहरा नहीं नियत भी दिखा दे. अगर नियत है तो you are all time relevant in the class. But if there is something wrong, if you are bothersome that आज बहुत सारे क्लासेस हमको मिल गए, आज बहुत असाइनमेंट मिल गया, तो आज बच्चों पर भड़ास निकालना है, तो रिफ्लेक्शन तो आपका बीटर होगा ही, आप चाहें या ना चाहें. इसलिए try to control yourself. बिकॉज ये स्ट्रेस एक ऐसा फेनोमेना है जो बच्चों पर भी लागू होता है और आप पर भी लागू होता है। अगर कंट्रोलिंग सिस्टम की बात हम लोग कर रहे हैं तो अपने लिए भी कर रहे हैं और बच्चों के लिए भी कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज वी आर द सेम, वी आर द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट ऑफ द सेम गैदरिंग। हम एक ही समूह के, हम एक ही समुदाय के लोग हैं जो रोज रोज एक दूसरे से मिलते हैं। सो वी कैन ऑल्सो शेयर आवर ग्रीफ, आवर प्लेजर with our teeny friends also, with our small friends also, and just make ourselves light and stronger than before. Okay, now again I am just bringing forth limit homework overload. ये बात आ गई कि अगर ओवरलोड होमवर्क हो गया है उनको, अगर प्रीवियस क्लासेस में पहले से ही उनको बहुत सारे होमवर्क मिल गए हैं, it's our holy duty to understand their problem. Now keep kids moving. No matter how old students, they can benefit from moving around the room, waking at stations, taking stretching breaks, etc. इसका मतलब है क्लास को हम थोड़ा एंजॉयबल बनाएं। कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि क्लास में एक ही मोशन में, एक ही पोस्टर में लड़के बैठे हुए रहें। इसके लिए हमारे विद्या भारती के स्कूलों में एक अच्छा टेक्निक है। हम बच्चों से कभी ओम का उच्चारण करा लिए, कभी उनसे हम कुछ छोटे छोटे एक्सरसाइजेस करा लिए, जिससे कि उनको अपने आप में थोड़ा रिलैक्सेशन फील हो, वो अपने को थोड़ा कंफर्ट में महसूस करें और आगे की ग्रास्पिंग जो हो वो बेटर ग्रास्पिंग साबित हो सके। Now the play music. Music is the medicine of all the evils. It is well known to us. बड़ी से बड़ी समस्याओं का समाधान संगीत के पास है। If you are a musician, if we can have the possess the character of a musician, हम थोड़ा सा गुनगुनाएं, उनको भी गुनगुनाने के लिए बोलें और इस तरह से हम क्लास को एंजॉयबल और स्ट्रेस फ्री बना सकते हैं। Now schedule time to organize. In the lower grades, desks can get messy quickly, but in order grades, lockers can get out of control too. Taking time out to throw away old papers and sharpen pencil can help students feel more in control. अगर वो वेल इक्विप्ड हैं, हमारे स्टूडेंट्स अगर वेल इक्विप्ड हैं तो भी वो स्ट्रेस फ्री होंगे। आए दिन हम सुनते हैं, तुमने किताब क्यों नहीं लाया? कभी कभी तो ऐसा सिचुएशन होता है कि बच्चे के पेरेंट्स ने उन्हें किताब दिए नहीं, बहुत महीने गुजर गए, एकेडमिक सेक्शन लंबा चला गया, लेकिन बच्चों के पास पूरी किताबें नहीं है। इसके पीछे इकोनॉमिक सफरिंग है, तो हम उसके इस सफरिंग को समझें, बिकॉज ही इज नॉट द कल्प्रिट, सो वी हैव नो राइट टू पनिश देम फॉर दैट फॉल्ट। वी हैव द कैपेसिटी टू फॉरगिव देम। लिसन, हम बच्चों को सुने, उनके एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम को ट्रेस आउट करें, एंड at last, final 10 ways you can relieve yourself for stress. It is for all. Respected fellow, these are the tips that can be equally applicable with the all age group among us. We can apply them. These tips can be preserved forever. ये जो 10 tips बताए गए हैं, इन्हें हम preserve कर सकते हैं और accordingly we can act. Eat and drink to optimize your health. Some are very careful regarding this. They are awakened. हम में से बहुत कुछ लोग हैं, हम ये खाएंगे, ये बिल्कुल नहीं खाएंगे, लेकिन हम में से कुछ लोग ऐसे भी हैं जो मिला सब खाएंगे। This makes some harm. This is harmful. You should be choosy enough. We should be choosy. Become choosy is sometimes very profitable for you. It is always advantageous. मुझे ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है. Reservation must be there in our daily life. हमें ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है. Likewise, हमें ये खाना है, हमें ये नहीं खाना है. ऐसा नहीं कि जो मिला सब खाते जाना है. Then it will create a big problem. Stop using tobacco and nicotine. Study and practice relaxation techniques. Some of us are writers, some of the other have the hobby of literature, of writing something. Some of us are bringing growth in our academic career. हमें से कुछ लोग AA में, MEd ऐसा भी करते हैं. apart from school schedule, they involve themselves extra. They consume their time more than others. उन ऐसे लोगों का, हम में से कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं तो उनके रूटीन भी हम में से अलग होना चाहिए. And for that, we should have the technique to relax ourselves. Reduce. Now, I'm bringing forth reducing anxiety. Now, examine your values and live by them. As I told you, adhyatma, naitik mulya, which are disappearing fast from our life. Now, Vigyan says, our science responds now that हमारी वैदिक दिनचर्या, आर्यों के समारा हमारा सामाजिक जीवन वो ज्यादा व्यवस्थित था. It was more managed, it was more scientific than now. Today, we are just running after collecting more and more, but we forget अभिलाषा का कहीं अंत नहीं हो सकता. You can just saturate your thirst, but you cannot just saturate, you cannot quench the thirst of materialism. भौतिकतावादी प्यास को कभी बुझाया नहीं जा सकता. Assert yourself. Set realistic goals and expectations. Without imagination, life is a vacuum. जीवन का खालीपन आशाओं से भरा जा सकता है. उत्कंठाएं हमें प्रभावी बनाती हैं. स्वप्न हमें देखने चाहिए, but what does it mean? स्वप्न हमें देखने चाहिए, लेकिन सभी स्वप्नों के पीछे भागना नहीं चाहिए. Again, the point arises here. We should be choosy. We should be more logical in our thinking. सपने देखना बुरा नहीं, लेकिन हकीकत को साथ साथ लेके चलना है. सभी सपने तो पूरे हो नहीं सकते. कुछ को छोड़ना पड़ेगा, और जब कुछ को छोड़ेंगे तो हो सकता है उसका कुछ इमोशनल बैड इंपैक्ट हो, तो उसको भी कैरी आउट करना होगा. Now set realistic goals and expectations. Try. The one point is here. Now a very scientific word is here. I'm narrating, I'm just bringing forth before you. Biofeedback. Try biofeedback. The last point is that try biofeedback. Nowadays, this word is just working as the remedy for the stressful problem, stress-related problem. बहुत सारे लोग हम में से हैं जो मसाज के लिए कुछ इक्विपमेंट्स मार्केट में हैं, उनका यूज करते हैं. खास करके माउंटेनियर्स इसका यूज करते हैं. कुछ ऐसे भी इक्विपमेंट्स हैं जिसमें ये बायोफीडबैक एक है. इट्स अ वर्ड दैट इज नाउन. यह एक इक्विपमेंट है जो हमारे बॉडी रिदम को बताता है. इट जस्ट मेकिंग अस नोन बाय रिलेटिंग द our different body organs are related with the electromagnetic machine, and within few minutes the pulse rate can be known by us. The blood pressure prevailing at that moment can be known by us. The entire body system can be noticed very easily, and accordingly we can just handle out the situation very well. Dear friends, so many other things are there. Modules कुछ हैं, कुछ mindful teachings हैं. Allow for individual needs, include physical activity within the school day, keep humor and laughter in the classroom. All are well aware of these facts. Nothing new in it. So certain issues are there, and your one thing is the first thing, the question session. Here I just start. Prashant sir, may I call you? Prashant sir, come here. Yes. नहीं, ये थोड़ा सा पीछे करेंगे.
जस्ट तो यहाँ देखिए पेज अप, पेज अप.
Again, we are giving emphasis on these each and every points here now.
हाथ हटा दीजिए जब जरूरत पड़ेगा.
Yes. Allow for individual needs. Needs just vary from man to man. इस स्लाइड को बहुत ध्यान से देखने की जरूरत है. Allow for individual needs. Likewise, अगर हम कम्युनिटी वाइज टॉक करें तो समाज में रह रहे हर तबके के लोगों का प्रॉब्लम अलग अलग है. उसी प्रकार अगर क्लास में लोग हैं तो उनके भी प्रॉब्लम्स कुछ अलग अलग हैं. तो हमारा इन्वॉल्वमेंट, हमारी सोच, हमारा जो एक्शन हो, अगर हम उन्हें उस सिचुएशन से उबारना चाहते हैं तो उनके इंडिविजुअलिज्म को समझना होगा, उनके इंडिविजुअलिटी को समझनी होगी, उनके पीछे के एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम को समझना होगा. इंक्लूड फिजिकल एक्टिविटी विद इन द स्कूल डे. प्राचीन समय से, पुराने शिक्षा नीति के समय से हम देखते आ रहे हैं कि एक क्लास फिजिकल का जरूर होता है, उसे प्रभावी बनाया जाए. और अगर फिजिकल क्लासरूम सिचुएशन, अगर ग्राउंड में बच्चों को हम निकाल लेंगे, अगर उनको एक्सपोजर मिलने लगे, फिजिकल एक्टिविटी उनका कराया जाने लगे, तो हम समझते हैं कि उन्हें स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन से बचाया जा सकता है. एंड दे कैन बी just made up more wise, and their attention can be more solid in comparison to others. Keep humor and laughter in the classroom. Laudable atmosphere हो, enjoyable atmosphere हो क्लास में. खास करके जो छोटे वर्गों के क्लास होते हैं वहां इन चीजों का एब्सेंस नहीं दिखता, लेकिन प्रायः ऐसे सब्जेक्ट्स जो अपने आप में थॉटफुल हैं, इकोनॉमिक्स के क्लासेस, सिविक्स के क्लासेस, प्रायः सुनने में आता है, सर, now it seems to be plenty. Now we feel ourselves bothersome. So at the same time, it is our duty to enlighten them, their burden. If sometime he feels himself burdened with the wisdom, कभी-कभी अधिक बुद्धिमानी भी बोझ बन जाती है, तो उन्हें इस सिचुएशन से भी उबारना हमारा ही काम. Lessons should strive to reach that deeper learning level. Lessons तो हैं, contents are there, but we can just handle them as per our own requirement. हम उस दिए हुए कंटेंट को अपने तरीके से प्रेजेंट करने की क्षमता विकसित करें. For that we need to have homework. उसके लिए हमें उस कंटेंट को बार बार पढ़ना होगा और तब हम उसमें कुछ नया देख सकेंगे, उसमें कुछ इनोवेटिव आइडियाज ऐड कर सकेंगे और तब स्थितियों में बदलाव भी दिखेगा, वो ज्यादा ग्रास्पेबल हो सकेगा, उसको इजीली एब्जॉर्ब कर दिया जा सकेगा. नाउ इट्स अ क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन. सम क्वेश्चंस.
क्वेश्चन में आप ना ऑनलाइन पार्टिसिपेंट को चैट देख करके बताना पड़ेगा आपको, नाम इसके साथ थोड़ा सा, ठीक है? आपको एक बार बता दूंगा. जस्ट क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन.
Now the questions answer session starts, because you know that we have just listened a lot and previously were yourself learned, you were well aware of the stressful situations. Now is a question session and session, and you will reply. I'm putting for the questions here.
Online participants will reply in the chat box.
Yes, they will go to the chat box and they will just say, well, including physical activity within the school day will help students in releasing stress.
Option yes. Now click on the chat box. This is the chat box. यहाँ पे क्लिक करिए. ठीक है, मैं यहाँ दिखाता हूँ. यहाँ पे अपना पढ़िए.
Yes, Ashwini Kumar, very good answer.
New Horizon School.
New Horizon School.
Good answer. Yeah, A.
Yes.
वो ऑप्शन
Ayachi Jha, RKVM,
A.
Rakesh Kumar Jha. So many learned teachers are responding very positively. Okay, thanks to all.
ये चलेगा 2-4 मिनट। न्यू होराइजन से आया, उसके बाद देखिए कौन है, अयाची झा।
Yes. St. Paul Academy.
ऑप्शन ए।
Ashwini Kumar, Navayug Vidyalay. Vineet Kumar.
ऑप्शन बताइए कौन कौन सा है, ऑप्शन भी बताइए।
Yes, no, and none of these. Only 3 options are there. Very easy questions.
और ये क्या है?
Okay. Open Minds Bhagalpur.
ओपन माइंड्स भागलपुर।
Yes. Zar Kanashin, Sanjeev Kumar Shah. Now we should march ahead. The next one.
Yes, now it is the time to show the answer. Yes,
Yes.
the answer is yes. आप
So-
बताइए, पढ़ते हो बताइए। So
Most of the fellow have given the right answer. No problem.
yes.
Okay. So the next question is, what are 2 stress effects discussed in this presentation? What are 2 stress effects discussed in this presentation? Physical and mechanical, physical and psychological, physical and chemical, none of these.
From Anandram Dandani, physical and
Psychology.
psychological. Anybody else? B, physical and psychological. Okay, from the online participants, it is time for online participants. Yes, देखिए ना पड़ेगा। Jacqueline, B, option B. A lot of participants have given the answer. Bal Bharti Vidyalaya, option number B. Yeah. St. Paul, option number B.
Too good to see. All have given the right answer.
Aruni Kumar, option number B.
Himalayan Academy.
Option number B. स्कूल का नाम बोलना ही बोलना। आनंद पब्लिक स्कूल, ऑप्शन नंबर बी। अयाची झा,
Ayachi Jha, RKVM, Ranuchak, Makandpur, perhaps.
yes,
Sanjeev Kumar Jha, STNC, Diksha International.
B.
Thank you, sir. Saurabh, sir, thank you.
वो बताना ही बताना। Okay, now it is the time to show the answer. इसका आंसर क्या था? ये जस्ट पेज अप
दूसरे नंबर.
फिजिकल
Physics and psychology.
psychological. Okay.
Thanks
Option
to
number
everyone.
B is the correct answer. Now the third question is going on.
What do you think? Who can provide them a calming and empathetic presence? A, strict teacher. B, cruel teacher. A homeroom teacher, the school psychologist. None of these.
Option, the offline participants. It is now your time. Option C, a hormone, homeroom teacher, the school psychologist. Anybody else? Option number C, a homeroom teacher, huh?
Homeroom teacher.
Homeroom
The
teacher.
school psychologist. Some
Okay.
schools are installing psychologists with them,
Now it is the time for online participants.
particularly in the metropolitan cities.
Now call the name.
Sure. Ayachi Jha, again,
C,
C. From
Bal Bharti Vidyalaya C.
Zarka Naseem, Madam, STNC,
Yeah, Happy Valley.
Happy Valley. Thank you, ma'am.
Option number C. Anand Kumar. Option number
FBPS.
C.
Aruni Kumar, Himalayan Academy, C. Sumit Kumar, Saurabh Kumar, STNC, Diksha again.
C. Anand Public School, option C. APS Anand Public School. ठीक है ना?
Priyanka
Arya
Kumar,
Mission
Arya
Global.
Mission.
Global School C. St. Paul's Academy C.
Shashi Sekhar ji, Shalini Dubey. All
So-
have given their response. Thank you
And
for their involvement. Now,
it is the time to show the answer. The correct answer, homeroom teacher.
teacher,
the
the
school-
school psychologist.
Right,
Okay,
option
thanks
C.
to everyone who have given the right answer now.
The fourth question.
The first question is how you should assist students in lowering their burden of assignments. Again, I am repeating the question, how you should assist students in lowering their burden of assignments. A, assigning more work by giving them a flexible due date, by not providing assignments, none of these.
Now there is time for offline participation. Option number is by giving them a flexible due date. Sanjit sir, what is your opinion? Option number B. Just oh yes, Gopalacharya. What is the correct answer of this question? By giving them a flexible due date. Now it is the time to
So many responses are coming. 36 responses have arrived now.
yeah.
Okay.
Option number B नाम बताते थे.
Ashwini Kumar, W. Vidyalaya, thank you, sir.
Saint Paul School B.
Ayachi Jha, again, New Horizon School
B. Option number B.
B. Ayachi Jha, RKVM again responded so well.
Saint Paul's Academy. Option
Bal
number
Bharti
B.
School, Nogachia, response have
B. B. Anand
come
Public
here.
School.
Anand
B.
Public School.
B.
Thank you, sir. Thanks to all for your kind involvement.
Yeah. Saint Paul.
Gauri Kumari, thank you, ma'am. Thank
Option
you.
number B.
Happy Valley School, thanks
Option
to
number B.
everyone.
Yeah. ये कौन है?
Sumit Kumar ji,
Yeah. Option
thanks
number
Sumit ji for your
kind involvement.
kind answer and your promptness. Okay, thank you so much.
Now it is the time to show the answer.
Now it's a time to show the answer by giving them a flexible due date.
Now
And,
we are coming to the last question.
the last question of the session, how you should recognize the student's effort. How you should recognize the student's effort. A, no need of recognition. B, by ignoring them. C, giving them a grade for their effort or providing extra points. And D, none of these.
By ignoring them, giving them a grade for their effort. Option number C. Anybody else? Option number C. Yes, sir. Option number C. Okay. It is the time for online participants. 54.
54 responses have come.
Option number C. New Horizon C.
C,
Saint
Saint
Paul
Paul
C,
C, Aruni
Kumar C.
Kumar
C. C.
C, Rakesh Kumar
Ayachi
Jhaji. Thank you, Rakesh sir, for giving answers.
Saint Paul's Academy C. ये क्या नाम है?
Vineet Kumar, Navyut Vidyalaya. Thanks, Vineet sir.
Jakwa Nasim.
Zarka
Nasim.
Naseem,
Option number
STNC.
Yeah. Happy Valley.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Sumit Kumar ji, thanks.
Option number C. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So now it is the time to show the answer. Yes, option number C, by giving them
A grade
grade.
for their efforts or providing the extra points. Concluding remarks today. So now I'm going to conclude the session by just saying one thing, that for your activities, your involvement was very enthusiastic, and I am so happy to find myself among you. मैं अकेला ही चला था मगर मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां बनता गया. So इसी तरह से हम लोग गेट टुगेदर होते रहे to share our thoughts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chaland sir, for this nice session. और आप लोग के आपके सौजन्य से हम सारे CBSE schools के teachers ने बहुत कुछ आज सीखा. We have learned a lot of things, how to manage the stress. So many thanks to you. Now our next session will It commenced on 17th of this month. इस महीने के 17 तारीख को पुनः एक नए सेशन के साथ हम लोग जुड़ेंगे इसी टाइम पर. For that, thank you and have a nice day.